Welcome to your part 2 of your reading. I had a sneeze attack, literally, so I had to stop the reading and continue. So let's talk about your recent past. That's what I was clarifying here in the recent past. So like I said, you have the 10 of Cups, the 6 of Wands, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. So here in the recent past, I do strongly feel you were successful in something here in the past. You regained accolades, you were successful here. Great things were happening to you here in the past. You have the 6 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands is clarified by the 5 of Pentacles. You have the 10 of Wands, and you have the 4 of Cups. So in the recent past, I do strongly feel that there was a situation in your life where you were rejected. You didn't feel wanted. There was something in your life that started to become extremely difficult for you, and you ended up abandoning it and disconnecting from it. And the reason why you disconnected from it was because you may have came to this conclusion that you would have been a lot better off doing things on your own. You would have been a lot better off having and doing your own vision, okay? So for some of you, you started something new here in the past on your own. For others of you, there was a situation in your life where things were extremely successful for you and then they went downhill, okay? So either or, this is what could have happened. In the recent past, you have the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Fool. So even though a connection that you were in the past looked great and it looked amazing, I feel there was a false start. So things could have started between you and this person, but they never really got off the ground. I do feel there was a lot of love here and there was a very strong connection, but there was something here that just didn't reach its full potential here in the past. You also have the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Queen of Wands, the 8 of Wands, and the Strength. So in the recent past, there was a very strong indication here of success and abundance that was coming into your life. And this could have came from an outside source, outside party. So I feel there was somebody here in the recent past that really helped you to achieve a goal, a dream here in the past, okay? But this was a matter of you identifying what wasn't working for you, because at times, even though you had this goal and dream in the past, there were certain things in your life that just simply weren't working, and you needed to maybe abandon them or disconnect from them in order to figure out what was working for you, okay? And this is what I feel happened in the past. Now, in the present moment, you have the Lovers, the 4 of Wands, and the King of Cups. Okay, so bottom of the deck, you have the 4 of Swords. Some of you still haven't healed from a relationship from your past. That's showing up in the reading. The Lovers, clarified by the 5 of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Temperance. If there's a third party in the present moment, somebody here is putting pressure on the other person to leave the relationship. It's taken a long time for this to happen. I feel like there's competition in the present moment for your attention, for your time, for your energy between two people. And there may be a choice or decision that you have to make. Now, the King of Cups is somebody who is coming into your life possibly to offer and give you love. You have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You have the Knight of Wands in reverse, and you have the 7 of Swords in reverse, okay? So some of you were questioning, right? Should I trust this person? Is this the person for me? I don't feel the person who's coming into your life, especially if this is a new person, a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, I don't feel you have anything to worry about when it comes to this person. I think that this person is somebody here who is tired of waiting. They are tired of trying to put energy into this and waiting and waiting, waiting. So somebody here is waiting. They're tired of waiting. And I do feel this person who's coming into your life is very sincere. But if there is a third party or there's an interference in the connection, this has a lot to do with this person choosing not to wait or not wanting to wait anymore, okay? You have the 4 of Swords here in the present moment. You have the Lovers, the Tower, and the 9 of Swords. Whoever you're dealing with in the present moment, they're really worried. And they're worried because they have such a strong connection to you, Virgo, that they feel that this third party or this interference into the connection is really affecting their ability to feel confident within the connection with you. So there is a Tower moment that's happening in the present moment. This Tower moment that's happening in the present moment is really asking you to recognize what you possibly need to let go of. Okay, especially if there's two people here or two choices. Now let's talk about the near future. Let's clarify all the cards. Okay, so you have the World, so a cycle is closing out for you. Excuse me, you have the Star. The Star is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, the Judgment, and the Sun. So in the near future, I do feel you are going to achieve some sort of success here, okay? Windfall of money, financial abundance. This is happening, Virgo, because you're identifying and realizing something that needs to heal within you, okay? So the more you ignore this situation in the present moment that you know needs to be resolved, the slower the success comes to you. But the more you recognize and realize the situation, you're honest with yourself, you're going to realize something big. And this has a lot to do with your health, your well-being, and the future. You do have the Magician here in the near future, so you are manifesting and attracting abundance into your life. You have the Hermit, you have the Seven of Cups, and you have the Four of Swords, okay? So in the near future, one of the things that's going to be really important for you, and I see a lot of reflecting happening, is really getting clear on your healing process. Some of you, this has a lot to do with your health. Really needing to get clear on your health, because here's the thing. Some of you may be asking, well, Monica, I want to know about my career. I want to know about my financial situation. One of the things that you have to keep in mind, okay, that's going to be extremely, extremely, extremely important to you is your health and your well-being. And making a plan and getting clear on what that looks like for you and reflecting on that is really something that the universe is asking you to consider, because this is what's going to affect your financial gain. Okay, so if money is important to you, your health has to equally be important as well in the near future. And this is something that I see you doing. You have the High Priestess, that is clarified by the Four of Wands. You have the Seven of Wands, and you have the King of Wands. So in the near future, what I see for you is I see a beautiful relationship that's coming into your life. I see it with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, a Pisces here. One of the things that's going to be really important if you are interested in having a relationship with this person is to set standards for yourself, okay? So if you are getting into a relationship, just make sure that you've created standards for yourself, you know what you want, and you express that. That's going to be really important, okay? So let's get some advice for you. What's the advice for Virgo? Okay, so your biggest piece of advice is the Five of Wands. You have the Three of Wands and the Strength. Your biggest piece of advice is to recognize that in life there will be conflicts. Conflicts are healthy. Without conflicts, we can't really identify what needs to change and what isn't working for things to get better. Your biggest piece of advice is to have strength during this time, even though there's a lot of conflict that's swirling around possibly in your life. Don't shy away from this conflict, because what this conflict will actually do is it will help you to identify the things that you need to tame and you need to change in your life. And by doing that and working on those things, you will get closer and closer to the goals that you're trying to achieve, okay? So Virgo, this is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.